Hi everybody, it's Angel Ramon Medina again, and like I said, there will be another podcast, and yes, there's another podcast up to my third beer. So yeah, you could tell I'm enjoying the celebration. I'm enjoying the achievement. My fourth book, and that's in 6 months. In 6 months, quite the achievement, I know. And you may be wondering what's next for me. Well, that's what this video is for. This video is to tell you what is to come for me. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot coming for me. Got a couple ghostwriting gigs that I got to do. So, and I'm working on my fifth book. Although I'm sure my biggest fans know that my fifth book is gonna take on a different animal. It's gonna be a political dinner with Donald Trump from the 2016 election. With a little bit of with a pretty big 007 twist. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it is the 007 universe is gonna be twisted into the story, just to kind of kill the political hatred. But you get the idea. It's basically, and you can check this out on my website, the hibernation.com as well. You could revolution.com, excuse me, hibernationrevolution.com. There you go. I knew it's too excited there. So, but anyway, the premise of the story goes as the 2016 election, the most controversial election, is getting ready to take place, and then you got Trump and Clinton winning, but then you got two other candidates, Gary Johnson and Angel Ramon Medina, who's the owner of Angel Industries, there's a man only by the name of Janus, or Janus, if you are in Britain, Janus, and he's supposed to be a two-faced Roman god. In this book, or in this upcoming work, Janus is a criminal syndicate who's been really impossible to catch, really hard to catch, and he's gonna try to play a big role in the 2016 election. He's gonna try to control who wins the election. So obviously, then it becomes a story of Trump, Clinton fighting for votes, trying to see who's gonna win the election. Little do they know, Janus doesn't want any of them to win. He doesn't care who wins. And fact of the matter is, he doesn't want anybody to win the election. He wants to win the election and take over the world himself, for his own duty, for his own new world order. So this book has got everything: references to Roman gods, violence, espionage, mystery, crime, drugs, violence, sex, 007 references, Roman god references, in tanks. If you like tanks, it's going to have tanks as well. I forgot to mention my third book that's coming out tonight. It's going to have tanks as well. So if you are a big fan of tanks, this is your season to read. These next two books are going to be your cup of tea if you like tanks or tank action. Yes. Yeah, this man has got the money to spend on really good equipment, heavy duty equipment, that is. So all these enemies fused together is going to be an epic story, I can promise you that. I'm up to 41,000 words. Yeah, 41,000 words I'm up to. So I'm about close to halfway done. Aiming for about 100,000, 110,000. A nice big length. And just to give you a hint, it could be a series. It may be a series. I don't want to give it away. Chances are, with my crazy imagination, it will be a series. It's going to be something that's going to go beyond 2016. That's going to go beyond the events of the election. And I got many other projects to go through. The ghostwriting projects. I'll get into that more when I get closer to that. I don't want to announce anything just yet because I'm not entirely sure the details just yet. But the 1,000 Years War, I don't know if I'm gonna get back to that series. May not be anytime soon, You know, especially if especially if I do get busy, that series may not be touched for a while. You know, I was planning to do the abridged version or do a Easter eggs version of the first book, but that's been pushed back. So I'm sorry if you're upset about that or disappointed, but you know, the demand is high for political journals right now, and so you know, and honestly, that's what in my heart, that's why I wanted to wait. You know, this time around, kind of give my series a bit of a break, try to move on to something else, try to expand my influences, if you know what I mean, all that good stuff. Also, I also try to plan on expanding on the Angel's Nightmare series. You know, now that people have told me it's a good for a short story. You know, it's got the potential to be a pretty good sized novel. You know, now I'm just trying to decide for my second, you know, work. Do I want to make it a full novel? Do I want to make it where I can put, you know, the actual short story that I have out there for sale for 99 cents into a full-fledged novel, or do I make the second one into a full-fledged novel but with an entirely different premise? Same characters, just a different scenario. Or do I continue the short story, you know, route? You know, make it a short story series. That decision, you know, I haven't been able to make that decision just yet. So, just been very busy. And that's been happening for me. I'm happy for it. My future's looking very bright. Anything else I want to touch upon? Yes, please, you know, people, if you are subscribed to the Hibernation, look out for the December newsletter. And if you're subscribed, and only if you're subscribed to the Hibernation newsletter, you will get an exclusive read. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because you know you have sworn to secrecy, and I sworn to secrecy. You have to be a member. You have to be willing to sign up for my newsletter. I'm not going to spam you. You know, you probably get at most two emails from me a month. One of them is a newsletter, and one of them is an extra special gift just for you, just for signing up. And I have a really good. I really have a treat for my subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, I'm planning to come up with that probably between this weekend or next week. So you know, don't be shy. Oh yeah, and by the way, the Hibernation, we're also trying to encourage people to join. You know, I just did an author interview this last week. So if you're author, you want me to interview you, or you want any of the other members to interview you, drop us a line, drop us a buzz, or talk to me on Twitter. I'll be more than happy to do one for you, free of charge. Now, if the demand gets higher, we have to start charging. But you know, we just want to try to support independent authors as much as we can. And also, you know, if you like your book reviewed, you know, I could set up a book swap, or you know, you're willing to send me your book for free, I could do a book review. I mean, right now I'm kind of backed up with that because of all the projects and this book launch and my future work and with my ghostwriting gig. I'm probably gonna fall way behind reading, so I'm trying to do a reading marathon, if you so to say, for Christmas, for the Christmas week. So really, you know, next Thursday, Friday, next Thursday, I want to be from Thursday until Monday or Tuesday. I'm probably gonna just be reading, like binge reading, just try to go on a marathon, try to read as many books as I can. So if I haven't touched your book yet, I will get to it. I promise. I'm gonna try at least. You know, I want to get as much done as I can before the holidays, because I really don't want to wait for the holidays. As much as I enjoy it, I do want to calm down, relax a little bit. So that's really about it for my plans. You know, like I said, just enjoying another beer, another victory, It's a good feeling. So I hope you enjoy this podcast. And as always, like the video, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment if you liked it, or if you have any questions or you want any more information. Don't be a stranger. Alright guys, have a good night. This will probably be the last podcast of the night, but there'll be many more. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Be easy.